All right, welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead here and get started. It's about that time, and I want to start by thanking you for taking some time out of your busy schedules to spend with us and learn a little bit more about Veridian and our tagline, Power with Purpose. So I'm going to start this webinar off, and I'm actually going to bring you back in time to a place where you probably don't really remember. So how about this for starters? Look at that scene real quick. Isn't it an amazing time of one's life? And what you probably don't remember is that when all that was said and done, the doctor cleaned you up, put a towel on you, brought you over into the corner of the delivery room, and gave you a little box. And inside that box there was a note, and it said, "Greetings, congratulations, and welcome to Earth. You made it. You've been 9 months in training, and now you're here. You have 4,000 weeks to go live the life of your dreams. Go out and make it happen. Love, your Creator." When you think about that, 4,000 weeks comes and goes pretty quickly. And have you ever noticed that some people seem to effortlessly get ahead in life and have all sorts of things that they actually enjoy, whether it's time freedom or financial independence, while other people seem to suffer and struggle continuously, and the harder they work, the further behind they seem to get. So really, what separates these two groups? Well, to be successful, what you want to do is you want to find a void in the marketplace and fill it. You want to see where there's a problem, and you want to offer a solution. So my name is Michael Fitzpatrick, and I am thrilled to be on this webinar with you, and I want to share some education. And the goal is that hopefully you're going to leave here empowered and having learned more that's going to be able to be applied in your personal and professional life. So some of the pictures down here at the bottom, I'm going to talk a little bit more about those in a little while. But Africa, Indonesia, Brazil, places I've been able to travel and have been blessed in the last couple of years because of the opportunity I'm going to share with you tonight. And back in 2004, my dad and I actually started a business in the insurance industry, and a month after we took a bunch of loans out and started our company, my dad ended up hospitalized with 2 massive brain operations, and he was incapacitated for 10 months. And I'm going to tell you more about that story in a few slides as well. Luckily, he fully recuperated. He's alive today, and we're just so lucky that the situation that happened did not end in a worse way. So I'm going to tell you more about that story because it has a lot to do with why we're on this webinar today as well. Now, you probably don't need me to tell you that the economy is changing quite a bit. Headline after headline, you basically see, Hewlett-Packard last year laid off 29,000 employees. JP Morgan laid off 17,000 employees. Citigroup laid off 11,000 employees. Lockheed Martin, 10,000 employees. Procter & Gamble, 6,400, and the list goes on and on and on. So the question I have for you is if you're like most people, are you part of the 50-50-50 membership club, working 50 hours a week for 50 years, retiring on 50% of what you couldn't afford to live on in the first place? Because if you are, then this is probably a perfect opportunity and a perfect place for you to be right now to learn about what we're going to talk about tonight. There's a great little clip here that shows you the changing landscape of the job world. Take a look.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating. Job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans. Industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Wow, I love that video clip, and it's a great movie called Rise of the Entrepreneur, but I want you to start with a clean slate. I think we can all agree that the demographics of the workforce has changed a lot. You know, you don't work for the same company for 40 years, get a gold watch, guarantee retirement income, and health insurance benefits, you know, for the next 20, 30 years once you're retired. That's all changed. That's all shifted a lot in the last 20 to 30 years. So if you were to have a blank slate, and I travel around the country talking to people about, you know, what would be a perfect career list then? And they come up with a lot of things like, you know, no boss or no commute or no alarm clock. I want to wake up when my body's done sleeping. I want no employees, no politics. I don't want to have to compromise my value system. No discrimination, no educational requirements. And then they go deeper. They say, you know, I want something that's actually got a lot of personal growth, or something with lots of perks, or I'd love to travel. I hope it's international, or I really want to contribute towards worthy causes. And they say stuff like, you know, I want to be part of something that's positive, or a great product or service, something that offers unlimited income or residual income, or I want to enjoy the people that I work with. How about some time freedom? You know, I want to be involved with something that's meaningful, low risk, low startup costs, something that's recession proof or economy proof, something that has great tax benefits, and something that's fun. So those are the perfect attributes of a perfect job. But if you were to kind of go out there and say, all right, well, I got 50 hours a week, you know, 50 weeks a year. I'm going to spend 2,500 hours doing something to generate money. You know, which one of these is going to get me closer to the ideal job? Is it a blue-collar job where I'm trading my time for money? Probably not. A white-collar job, again, being an employee, trading time for money? Probably not. You know, sales? Probably not most of the attributes of an ideal job. Maybe a little more upside potential and flexibility than blue-collar or white-collar. How about a business owner? You ever heard the saying that nobody owns a business, the business actually owns them? And I've been there, trust me. And an investor. You know, you need a lot of money to make a lot of money as an investor. So there's only a few different ways to make money. And I think that what we have to offer you tonight definitely shows you that we have a better way, all in all. So what to look for in a business? Well, at the heart of a successful business is a product that people actually want and need. And the most profitable businesses are the ones that have a product or service that's unique and consumable. So think about the analogy of a surfer. You know, a surfer grabs their surfboard, they run through the beach, they jump in the water, they paddle out there, and they sit there and they wait, and they wait and they wait for a perfect wave. And when they ride that wave, oh, it's so exhilarating, and they love it. And it's the thrill. It's what keeps them coming back. So in the business world, you know, there's been a lot of trends that are kind of like riding that thrill-seeking wave. You know, the automotive industry and cars, you know, way early on was a big trend. Today, it's a little bit different. How about personal computers, or the telecom boom that happened, you know, the cell phone industry, or even E-ZPass, or even bringing it closer to current day? You know, how about solar and energy and, you know, global topics and things that are positive for the environment? And there's lots of business and research and money involved in there as well. So a great chart here. Jot down some notes if you're taking notes. This is one of my favorites, but it's called the diffusion of innovation. And there's 5 segments towards launching a new movement of some sort. You always have the innovators, but they're a very small group. Then you have the early adopters, which are a small group as well. Then you have some critical mass, where you have the early majority. Then you have the late majority. Then you have the ones that are kind of late to the dance. They're known as the laggards. So when is the best time to be involved with a movement? You know it. Right before it becomes a mass movement. So that's really where the business that we're going to teach you about tonight, or today I should say, this is exactly where it's positioned. So I want to talk to you about a company called Veridian, and our tagline is Power with Purpose. So I'm going to show you a short little clip here that embodies exactly why Veridian exists, their purpose, and the change that they're making in the world. So take a listen.
We have the power.
We're generating change intelligently, one customer and one associate at a time,
making our country energy independent.
With affordable, responsible energy solutions,
we are making a difference for future generations.
Veridian shot to the top of the renewable energy industry by making responsibility and sustainability our business priorities. We have shown that green and clean energy does not have to cost more. We offer customers smarter choices, And we continue to harness the networking power of our independent associates.
I want smart choices.
To take charge of my life, my business.
To set my own course.
To be the change I want to see in the world.
Today, we give hundreds of thousands of customers a wide range of responsible energy choices. We're growing rapidly, evolving with the trends, seeing even more customers and more associates joining us. Because people want smarter energy choices and a better world for today and tomorrow. Because they want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, something with significance.
We're moving forward.
We're changing the world.
For all of us, doing well by doing good.
The sky is the limit.
We must all believe that anything is possible and take action.
We're changing the way America buys and consumes energy in socially responsible ways. Wherever, whenever, however you use energy and people need energy, we can be your partner. We can be the difference. We must be the difference. Together, we'll create a better future. We'll make it happen. Together, we're creating a legacy.
Get connected.
Embrace the possibilities.
Move with the forces of nature.
Be a collective force for good.
Do the unexpected.
We have power with purpose. Take charge.
So welcome to Viridian Energy. We are basically partners for change. And if you want to be part of a good movement and you want to make a good living in the process, this is a place that you might want to take a real serious look at. You know, we're a partner for change in so many different things, as we'll talk about in a little while. But we're capitalizing on three converging trends: energy choice, green living, and network marketing. So the first choice, and at the epicenter of all this, is our CEO. And by the way, I'm going to fix all this up. But our CEO, Michael Falquist, he was named Entrepreneur of the Year last year from Ernst & Young. And some past award recipients of that same award: Howard Schultz from Starbucks, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, Sergey Brin, Larry Page from Google, Reid Hoffman and Jeff Weiner from LinkedIn. So at a young age, he's in a very, very esteemed group of people here because he's aligned his passion and purpose and created opportunity for people like myself and you to capitalize on. You know, Warren Buffett calls this the single largest transfer of wealth in our nation's history, dealing with energy on its way. So he's a pretty smart guy. So energy choice, basically in a nutshell, what that does is it gives people the option to be smarter energy consumers. And we've got three products. We've got green electricity, responsible natural gas, and solar energy. And when you look at the first option, we have gas and electric. Okay, very, very simple. People get a bill, you know, $899. This happens to be a small commercial bill in New Jersey, but this could apply to anywhere, any market that we're live in right now. And this is a small business. So they got a bill for $899, got the bill, pay it. Okay, what they failed to realize is that the bill actually has two separate charges. One for service and delivery. That's everything from the grid to their house. Billing, meter reading, emergencies, power outages, invoicing, etc. And then the other one, by the way, that's the only place that the utility company can make their money. The other charge is the supply charge. This is the actual cost of the product itself. And if you don't choose your own supplier, then they choose one for you and put you in the default bucket called BGS capacity, Basic Generation Services. And it tells you right here on your bill that the total supply amount on your bill, that's $685, that's your price to compare this month should you consider another electric supplier for these services. So when you choose Viridian as your own third-party provider, then what that means is that Viridian will show up on the supply line on your bill. Bill still comes from PSE&G. You still call them for any power outages. Nothing changes. It's just that if you're using 5,400 kilowatt hours in the course of a month, and you can times it by 10 versus timesing it by 11, you know, then you'll spend a little bit less money and you'll get cleaner, greener energy from the grid to the grid. So to become a customer, super easy. You basically go to the website and you click on Become a Customer. You type in your name and your zip code and your town, and then who your utility provider is, and you hit submit. And then from there, you pick your plan, and there's multiple options here. I'm just giving you a screenshot. Click on continue to step 2. Boom, all of a sudden you're done. You put in your name, your account number, You hit submit and you're done. So becoming a customer, you can do that via online, you can do a paper application, you can do a telephone app. It takes less than 5 minutes, but think about this. This is powerful. In less than 5 minutes, becoming a Veridian customer is actually quantified to be about 40 to 50 times more impactful than the recycling of a family of 5 over the course of an entire year. So people who recycle, if you recycle, why would you not be a Veridian customer? They kind of go hand in hand, and people are starting to connect those two dots. And our next product is solar. Now, solar is something where in 2 years ago, in 2014, actually 2013, there was one system being installed every 80 minutes. This year, it's one every 4 minutes, and they're predicting by the end of next year, it's going to be a solar system being installed once every 80 seconds. So the growth, as you can see, even from 2006 to 2013, 30,000 people in the country went to 400,000, 1,200% growth in the solar category. And it's right now less than 1% penetration. So you want to talk about being at the right place at the right time? We offer 3 free products. Electric, free. People are already paying for it. We're not trying to convince them to buy a product. They're already buying it with or without us. We're just trying to show them how to get it cheaper and do it a little bit cleaner and greener. So, and solar is less than 1% penetration. You know, look at the West Coast here. These little thumbtacks, these little pin drops represent, where solar's been installed. And then you come back over to Connecticut and the eastern seaboard here, and you can see that it is virtually in both areas. California is only about 15% penetrated. The Northeast and the East Coast is virtually untapped. So, again, right place, right time. The second trend is green living, and green living is not just a passing fad. It's kind of here and it's here to stay. Did you know that the production of electricity actually causes more pollution than any other industry in our country? So we have this thing that's become known as a necessity, not a luxury, electricity. And burning coal and fossil fuels is not sustainable. So the production of energy to have our energy needs met creates more pollution than any other industry. So that's why renewable energy is all over the news in the last 3 to 5 years. And you've even seen probably some of the press releases where Google and Solar City did a $750 million deal. Apple just did probably one of the largest $850 million agreements to buy solar power for all of its developments and plants. And right now, you want to talk about, where are jobs going and what industries are growing versus what industries are dying? Well, in the green living section, there's a lot of growth there. A lot of green buildings. There's a lot of, manufacturing. There's a lot of installations. So some industries are dying and some industries are thriving. So this is good for the economy itself. Now, we produce a report called the Annual Sustainability Report, and I absolutely love this report because it demonstrates basically with transparency exactly what we do as a company, where we get our renewable energy from, how we buy it, from the sources, and we actually have it audited by Ernst & Young. So nobody in the industry does this, but we want to basically show with transparency our entire business model, hoping that other people will copy it, and they actually have over the years. So we're proud of that. And inside there, you'll see that our 300,000 plus customers, they all went online in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and became a Veridian customer. And collectively, that group has helped eliminate 4 billion pounds of carbon emissions going into the air, which is the equivalent of about 46 million trees planted, or recycling 29 million 2-liter bottles. So we're making a significant impact on the world just by helping our customers choose a better product. So everybody should become at least a customer. It's free to do. You'll save some money. You'll go green. You'll support a new initiative. You'll be part of the solution versus being part of the problem. So you can do that online. You can do it through a personal website. You can do it through a paper application, through the telephone. Very, very simple. But everybody on this call should, at a minimum, if you recycle, everybody should be at a minimum a Veridian customer. Now, network marketing is how we get our product out to market. So think about it. I mean, would you rather spend money on a billboard or on direct mail flyers or on cold calling people at dinner time and annoying and harassing them? Or would you rather take that same amount of money and you put it in the form of commissions and let everyday people who are talking to friends and family spread the love and get compensated as a result?
My name is Michael Fitzpatrick, and from Morristown, New Jersey, and I've been with Veridian for the past 3 years. Most people don't know my story, but I was about $500,000 in debt. and my dad and I had a business. My dad was hospitalized for about 11 months with 2 massive brain operations, and we had a family business going on. And I was working so hard, just working and working and working, and you sacrifice so much. Friends, time with friends, time with family. You do what you have to do to survive. And so when a friend of mine introduced Veridian to me, it was at a time in my life where it was something I needed, it was something I wanted, but I was extremely horrified of getting involved. I mean, it was something so outside of what I was doing. I came from a very traditional background in the insurance business, and when I saw this, I was nervous. I mean, I was scared. Had no idea, what it was going to, include or require time-wise, but it seemed to have all the things about it that were natural to my skill sets. I love helping people. I love, training. I love education. I love sales. And when I saw the whole package, I made the decision and just stepped in. 3 years later, got involved with my uncles, so we're kind of involved as a family. Traveled to Africa, to Indonesia, to Brazil. We've helped over 5,000 other associates, reach their goals and their dreams and so on. So, what attracted me initially was something that was money driven, to be totally honest. But since then, my appreciation for sustainability as a topic has grown exponentially. On top of that, from working so much, in the years past, not having enough time to spend with family and with friends and so on, I sacrificed a lot in those areas. And so I didn't have quality friendships, that I wanted to have. And since I've been involved with the Veridian community, I've made some of the lifelong, best friends I'll ever have in my life. Veridian has forced me way outside my comfort zone. And for that, I'm really thankful. Generation V, to me, represents a well-rounded person. A person who is living a sustainable life, health-wise, financially, relationships, spiritually. I mean, the whole kit and caboodle, so to speak. My name is Michael Fitzpatrick, and I am Generation V.
All right, so thanks for listening to my story there. That's really what network marketing is to me. It's somebody who shared a story, and I've had the blessing and the fortunate pleasure of traveling around the country with Veridian, going to Africa. We did a tree project in Brazil, and Cam, I'm just going to kind of go through this pretty quickly right now because I just want to wrap up here and give you the sequence and the flow. But we did a water program in an irrigation program in Indonesia, Fiji, Nicaragua. I'll explain a little bit more about that when I record it. But here's the essence of really what network marketing is. This is a friend of mine. His name is Pat, and he joined our business. And he went out there when he first got on board, and he got 6 people to join the business with him. And they were some friends and some family and some colleagues. And over the course of the next week or so, a few of those people went out there and shared it with a few of their people. And from there, a few more people shared it with some more people. And all of a sudden, over 3 months, based on those 6 people, then it turned into 8 people that he brought on board. They went out there and started to share this business with other people, and it started to grow. Now, the average Leaf here is an associate who paid money to join the business, and they got about 14, 15 customers. So he's got over 100 people in his business, and they've gotten about 150 to 200 customers, versus Pat trying to go out there and get 250 customers himself. It just wouldn't happen. It would take forever to do that. So to join the business, it costs only $299. The single states program is $199, but it's a business in a box. I mean, what you're getting for that is you're getting training, you're getting leadership development, you're getting tools, you're getting systems, you're getting a back office, you're getting a whole business in a box. So instead of spending $500,000 on a franchise, you can jump right in here, and you can just learn and grow. And we also have an opportunity called Sunroom. And Sunroom is, if you didn't want to join the business, you could become a Sunroom partner, and you could be just a referrer. You didn't join the business, you just wanted to refer customers, and you're going to get your own website, you get some marketing tools, and they're going to track all your referrals for you. So let's just say that you're a Solar Rewards partner. Okay, every person that you refer to become a solar customer, you're going to get $300. So if you referred 3 people, obviously $900. Now the associate, the people who join the business, that's going to be a customer in their organization. They're going to get the customer count, they're going to get a $100 bonus every time, and they're going to get residual income on that for the next 20 years as well. So that's just the difference between a Solar Rewards partner and an associate. Both parties get videos to use, to market, to send to friends and family, and to show people. There's great flyers and marketing materials, and there's some great shareables you can use on social media or through emails to help grow your business or to help grow your referrals. And they give you a website also. They track exactly where your referrals came from, what their status is in the pipeline, and you can just manage this as just a referral tracking business through our sunroom. And we also have the opportunity for somebody to get involved with an RFP. I might go into that, I might not. And then we have the Heroes program. The Heroes program is something that's active for active retired military, blah, 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 blah. So show me the money. Now I'm at 25 minutes, by the way, 25 and a half minutes. So I did a condensed version of Show Me the Money, and I'm going to go through basically saying that we pay out 8 different ways, same as before. We have 3 products as a reminder, and I'm going to go through the fast start bonuses for these, and then basically go through solar and how solar works when it comes down to per lead, and give them some examples of how to submit those leads on the website, how simple it is there, give them 2 case studies of people and how much money they made. And then talk about not a full-blown proposal, but just the cover sheet here that everybody, step number 2 is everybody gets a proposal. So all those leads now go into the solar queue and get followed up with, and all of a sudden now, they get a proposal, they can see how much they're going to save and so on. And then for every deal that goes through, they're going to get $100 or $250 or $350 or $500. And so, making $8,400 in the next whatever. Here's the summary of the program. $299, $199, free. And in closing, bam, 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 big next business boom, 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 boom. Be part of our team or watch it happen. This is just the reality of where things are going to be going right now. So we'd love for you to be part of this, and if not, then get back to the person, become a customer at least, or a referral partner. So whichever makes the most sense for you. But we're inviting you to help also be part of what we do. Do well by doing good. Join our team and be part of Generation V. Thanks so much. Take care. So that's a wrap for video number 2.